Why does the establishment always try to kill God? It's not that hard to understand, really. But first, let me explain, I guess, what I mean by that. The principle that lives in me, that lives in you, that is connected to the divine, that is connected to the Most High, that is connected to something that is eternal beyond this life, beyond this form, beyond this shape, beyond all shapes, beyond all forms, beyond all concepts. That you are. Is something that sits in opposition to the ego, to the egoic mind. And it is proof of our innocence, basically. Proof that we're connected to something that is stainless, that is flawless, that is perfect. It is the reason we are able to be absolved, why we are able to be cleansed, to be born again, to have a spiritual awakening. To start over. It's the principle in us that allows us to be redeemed. The establishment would like to deny that this principle exists. And by establishment, I mean the people who have the most power. The people who pull the puppeteer, the strings of the puppet. Do not want you to know, do not want you to understand that you stand apart from form, from shape, that you are above or beyond or prior to the principle of beingness, the principle of birth, the principle I am. That you're not the body, that you're not the mind, that you are eternal, an eternal soul, the eternal soul, Atman. The establishment would like to deny you your spiritual birthright. They want to take away from you that most important thing. They want to compromise you. They want to fill you full of sins. And I don't mean sins like in some traditional sense. I mean sins in the sense of acts of betrayal against yourself, acts of betrayal against what you already know as the truth. Listening to the lie. Compromising on love. Compromising on forgiveness. Compromising on friendship. Compromising on unity with people. Because they want you to be distracted. They want us to be divided against one another. They don't want us to see our oneness. They don't want us to love each other. They don't want us to help each other. They would like to be God. They would like to be the source. The establishment. So that we will all turn to them. Please, can I have a loaf of bread? Please can I have little crumbs of what you have? They want to kill God because they would like to be God. To them, God, this talk of self with a capital S or consciousness with a capital C or whatever is blasphemy against their religion of themselves. Their religion that they are the top. They are the source. They are the judge. They are the issuers of morality. They're the ones who make the call. There is no God above that. That's what they want you to believe. Jesus was crucified because he refused to accept that Caesar was the most high authority on earth. That's why they killed him. Because he said, no, there's this other thing also. There's this other thing above that. I won't bow to Caesar above that. I can't, because this truth lives in me. I feel it. I know it. I see it in you. I see it in everything. For me to deny that, it's for me to deny life's not worth living. So I either die for this thing, or you let me live for this thing. But I can't deny this principle. I can't deny the Most High. I can't not betray that I am. Our Father, who art in heaven. So they killed him. And that struggle between the principle I am that you are, it's still going on. Still they want to take away our birthright. Still they would like to deny us the truth of our power. A power that lives in us that is not qualified by something. That is not reinforced or validated by external sources, but lives within us. All of us equally. All of us equally. That we don't need somebody else to come in and say, oh yeah, you have the right to do that. Because that comes from the Most High. The establishment is not the issuer of validations and certifications of my connection to God or the Absolute. But each time somebody stands up for that, it gets a little bit easier, and it gets a little bit more part of our hierarchy and our thought process to say that yes, this is the truth. No, I can't take that away from you because it's yours. It is who you are. And there is progress being made in each generation towards that. You can see it so very clearly now. This struggle to bring this understanding of this relationship to the divine into the public discussion has taken so long and been so hard, and so many people's lives have been lost over this, just to say, this is the truth. This is who we really are. The government, the establishment does not issue to us a justification for our existence. That comes from God. That's our birthright. That lives in us already from the start, eternally. And this frustrates the powers that be. This frustrates the narcissists because they want to believe I have the power. The power lies in me, ego, mind. It has to be exclusive. What do you mean it's available to everyone? I don't like that. I want it to be available only to a small group. They love exclusivity, right? They love hierarchies. They love aristocracy. They love aristocracy in the degenerative sense of something that is tyrannical and corrupt. They love the lie. They love seeing other people get hurt, be compromised, compromise, have their boundaries walked on. So that's why I say it's a spiritual war, it's a spiritual battle. Not in any violent sense, not in a literal sense, but within us, within each person, to say, do you value yourself? Do you have the ability to do the right thing? Or will you just do what popular opinion makes it easy for you to do? Which is it this time? And the choice you make on that level is the choice that will decide what the next step is for you. Whether you will ascend to the next plane and evolve and take the next leap, or whether you will drop down and be a victim once again to the tyranny of the mind. So which will it be? Thanks for watching this. Everything I say is coming from a place of love, and I love everyone. I love my enemies most of all, because they need it the most. And there's no judgment from me. But there will be judgment from another source on all of us in the end. Thank you. Have a blessed day and enjoy this beautiful existence that you've been gifted.